Main Twisteds like Astro and V are without a doubt the twisted designs that change the most, and they also feature unique mechanics and abilities that really stand out with Dandy's world. But what if the other Twisteds also had this kind of more complex design and unique abilities, instead of their usual versions? Well, DJTheCat set out to imagine exactly that, creating designs and concepts of how these versions would look and behave. Much more detailed, more aggressive, and more terrifying. So let's begin. You can find all these illustrations on DJTheCat's Twitter profile, and you can also see some of these designs and how they were drawn on their YouTube channel. Twisted Poppy. Poppy loves soda pop, and that's fully reflected in her main Twisted version. Twisted Poppy's body constantly generates bubbles of ichor, and her expression shows insomnia caused by excessive soda consumption. The lower part of her body has swollen significantly and is now filled with ichor. She moves slowly due to her new shape, and she can create pools of ichor. When she detects a nearby toon, she will explode, damaging anyone within range. Since she can hit multiple toons at once, her explosion only removes one heart. Additionally, on any floor where Twisted Poppy appears, there will be a higher chance of finding soda pop cans and bottles. Twisted Boxton. In his main Twisted version, the arms inside Boxton's head are much larger, and now there are 4 of them. They act like spider legs, lifting his body off the ground. His gaze is far more unsettling. At first, Twisted Boxton isn't very fast, but as machines are completed, his speed gradually increases until it matches Twisted Pebble's speed. Twisted Tisha. Tisha has always been obsessed with cleanliness, but due to the ichor, it has intensified even more. However, now every time she cleans, she ends up making a bigger mess, spreading ichor everywhere, which only fuels her obsession further. The lower half of her body has transformed into an insect with long, sharp legs and a duster on her tail. Because of this, she can be extremely fast. When Twisted Tisha appears on a floor, all toons will be affected by a slowing effect due to the ichor she has spread. Only toons that float or fly are immune. Twisted Brusha. After becoming a main Twisted, Brusha gains sharp claws on her hands. Her feet turn into paint brushes, and she has a tail with a brush at the tip. When Twisted Brusha appears, a painting will spawn somewhere on the floor. She hides inside it. If you don't pay attention to the painting, she becomes enraged, jumps out, and captures you. Twisted Yada. In this version, Twisted Yada has a more terrifying expression. Her legs are covered in ichor, and she now has an extra mouth filled with sharp teeth. Using her ribbons, she can move across both floors and ceilings, attacking from either surface. When she hits a toon, she drops candy onto the floor. Twisted Shrimpo. Shrimpo's arms are now much larger and completely stained with ichor. His expression is far more aggressive. Despite his new appearance, he behaves similarly to his normal Twisted version. But now he has a jump attack. If he sees you, even from far away, he will launch himself towards you using his arms. If he catches you, he removes 2 hearts. This ability has a cooldown of 100 seconds. Twisted Louie. Unlike his regular version, Twisted Louie's head and body are completely separated. His body is almost entirely filled with ichor, and where his head used to be, bubbles of this liquid emerge. His head has stained ears and tears of ichor streaming down his face. If you encounter his body alone, it won't attack unless the head is nearby. However, if you encounter the head, it will alert other Twisteds to chase you. Twisted Cosmo. Cosmo is now missing 1 leg, and one of his arms has grown incredibly large. Because of this, he moves very slowly. Due to the amount of ichor in his body, he leaves a trail behind him that slows down any tool that touches it. Twisted Rudy. In this design, Twisted Rudy has Christmas lights wrapped around his body, glowing red, making him easy to spot from a distance. His legs, stained with ichor, have a candy cane texture, as does his single remaining horn. He now has a charge attack that allows him to quickly rush toward his target. Twisted Eggson. Twisted Eggson appears to be transforming into some kind of bird due to the ichor deforming his body. He has a strange demeanor and a sad expression. Despite being a main Twisted, he is mostly passive. If he finds you working on machines, he will simply sit with you, maybe even tell you a story. He only becomes aggressive when hearing loud noises, such as an air horn or panic mode being triggered. Twisted Rebecca. Rebecca can be found on ceilings like Twisted Squirm. If you're not paying attention, she will trigger a jump scare that also removes one heart. You should constantly look up or watch for small ichor puddles on the ground to avoid walking beneath her, as she frequently changes position. These are the designs created so far by DJTheCat. However, within the Dandy's World community, many different redesigns and reinterpretations of the Twisteds have also emerged. And over on Twitter, we can even find some of the best pixel art versions of them. User Holly Ivory created these designs, where we can see Flutter transformed into a dragon-like creature. But because of the ichor, her entire body is stained, and this liquid leaks from both her eyes and her mouth. Glisten, on the other hand, has turned into a fragmented entity. Both his mirror face and his body appear shattered, completely consumed by ichor, with only a few violet details remaining, along with his broken mirror face. And finally, one of the most interesting designs shows Goob and Scraps fused together in their twisted form, sharing a single torso from which multiple limbs extend. The ichor stains barely let us see these bodies, which almost seems hollow, emphasized by the darkness within their eyes and mouth. Because of the aesthetic of these designs, it's hard to fully imagine how they would look in-game, but they could work incredibly well in something similar to Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit, where you'd have to escape from them while progressing through each floor, repairing machines, and even facing new challenges, inspired by their unique mechanics. Since I can't go too in-depth with only pixel art to analyze, I didn't want to miss the chance to share this incredible work with you. And don't forget to follow these two amazing artists and support their posts so they can reach even more people.